So anyway, I keep this brief. You can see. That was the tray from 2 days ago. It's full. Now I'm going to fill up another 2 more trays. Right? Because today when I was at the walnut tree, there was like 42 walnuts that we found. That happened like about 4 or 5 days ago. Like, it was like 40 freaking walnuts. That's a lot of walnuts to be doing, people. Okay, and like I've been doing walnuts for almost 2 months now. Right? Because I go every day, pretty much almost every day, with my grandson, because it's fun and it's relaxing and it's good for his mental development. And he really gains confidence from it. You know, first, you know, he was afraid to go because of the spiders and the grass was tall, and you know, he was unfamiliar with it. Now he thinks it's like a forest, and you know, he just barrels through and he takes charge. He's got lots of confidence. You know, he's not afraid of spiders, and you know, he's not afraid to look for the walnuts. He's not afraid to step on the blackberry bushes and, you know, and look underneath the grass. And, you know, he's developed a lot of confidence around these black walnuts and the English walnut, right? But I don't see why that would warrant me being banned from some live stream that's trying to start some sort of movement in terms of justice, right? When it comes to, like, discrepancies with the police down there shooting people, right? Namely blacks in this case, right? I mean, it's not just black people getting shot, right? There's all kinds of people getting shot. And yes, black people probably being targeted more in the United States because they have a long history of institutional racism. And that's what it stems from. It stems from institutional racism, because I'm experiencing out here the same stuff in Canada, BC. Right, with John going missing, and you know what happened to my daughter, and that all stems from institutional racism, people being used as a commodity, right, being, you know, traded off in the slave trade, you know, to prop up the unions. I talk about these things, but I guess because I'm not willing to go outside and protest and march against my local police department, for some reason, talking about walnuts, you know, they're talking about homeschooling and schools and all this other stuff. Well, if you want to homeschool and you want to better your schools, then plant some walnut groves. You know, make it so there's some place for the children to go as a group, or make it some place where the families can go with their children. Something unique, right? You know, something that can produce community wealth, right? In terms of, you know, the food, art supplies, you know, the wood. It takes 10 years just for one little walnut, seed, nut, whatever you want to call it, to start producing fruit or nuts, right? It takes 10 years. So you plant a walnut seed now, it will take at least 10 years before you get anything back. And if you're going to plant one, why not plant a grove, so that it benefits the whole community? But people don't want to hear that, because they're too busy marching against the establishment, thinking that somehow that's going to change the system, right? Because they got the magic ticket, right? You know, they pop up out of nowhere, basically, right? And all of a sudden, they're running with the torch, and, you know, so anyway, that's all I got to say about that, right? I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, right? It is what it is. Okay, so October 5th, 2016, I went with Andre and his little friend, and we found another 42 more black walnuts, as you can see. And then yesterday, people, Andre and I found 25 more. So that's like 68 walnuts I have to do now. I do walnuts every day or every second day, seriously. So I'm getting halfway done here, people, with those. It's actually 67 walnuts. 42 and 25 is 67. But do you know that these things got me banned and booted out from some Facebook live stream because I was talking about black walnuts and how I want to write a children's series, and how I'd like to see Walnut Groves being planted in lieu of the foundation that I work on, because I've been trying to do some networking in the States, but obviously with the wrong person, because it's just a bunch of shady shit, right? But this is not shady. This is real. You can see. This is what I'm doing. I went and had a cup of tea and got myself blocked from some movement that, I don't know. I don't know, people. I don't know where people's heads are at, right? They think they're gonna rock the fucking nation. Well, let's see who's gonna rock the nation here.